Hello, hello, hello. I'm Jenny Kovacs, also known as the Queen of Being Seen, because I help ambitious and aspiring people who want to get their products, their message, their service out there to be seen by the people that love working with them. So I thought I would do this impromptu Facebook Live just to share with you the power of community. Now, I'm sure you've all heard that saying about surrounding yourself with people who can either lift you up, earn the same money as you, are aspiring to do the same things as you. And I'm also sure that you've heard the saying or the expression about being the sum of the 5 people you may spend your time with. So let me ask you this. In terms of the people that you want to spend your time with, in terms of your dreams, your plans, your ambitions, your goals, what are they? What's your amazing dream? Do you have your own business? Are you working in someone else's business? Do you want to spend more time traveling, more time with your loved ones, more time with your family? Do you want to reach more people? Do you want to write a book? Have you written a book? Do you want to get it out there? How do you want to be seen more than you are now? What's your amazing dream? Have you made a plan, like a proper plan? Do you want to make a difference in the world to other people's lives? Do you want to do things differently? What is that big dream? So here's the power and the beauty of the power of community. So there are some ways that people do things that aren't being in community. And here's, just a couple of different ways. They do it alone. How many of you, hands up, are business owners who want to get your stuff out there in the world and you sit in isolation in your bedroom and you create all this magic stuff that you want to make? Now, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But how many of you do that and then don't reach out to your wider networks, your wider communities? You kind of do it in isolation. Maybe you're a person that says, I've seen this person do it, this guru, this coach, this mentor, so I'm watching carefully what they do and they can do it. Now, to me, that's a bit like pressing your nose up against a window and trying to work out what's going on inside. You think you can see it, you think you can put it together, you think you can make assumptions, but often that doesn't work. So what's that thing that you're doing? Do you have a plan? Do you have a community of people that you can share it with? I distinctly remember in 2013, I made what at the time felt like a really scary decision to join a mastermind group. Now, I live in the UK and the mastermind group was in the US. Now, most people would think, but if you join this mastermind, how are you going to attend the meetings? How are you going to connect with people? And at that point, many of us are almost conditioned to look at how we stop ourselves from doing things as opposed to how we can go ahead and do it. Now, if I'd done that at the time, I would never have gotten a plane and gone to the States. I would never have signed up and paid my money to mentor with that mastermind program. I would never have met the amazing connections that I met. Hi, Sarah. I would never, ever have, achieved some of the results that I achieved because I was trying to do it by myself. So here's 5 quick things that don't work in terms of the power of a community. Looking out and, picking up tidbits here, there and everywhere, here, there and everywhere, looking around and trying to kind of scrabble together things that you could perhaps do, that doesn't work. And the reason that doesn't work long term is because if you want to build your credibility or your profile or make a difference in the world, you need to take that seriously. You need to do it like it's the most important thing there is in the world. Because trust me, there are times when things go really great and you're running around the room whooping and happy dancing. And there are times that things don't go so well. Times that you feel like you almost need to pick yourself up off the floor. And have you ever tried to pick yourself up off the floor? Isn't it easier when someone puts their arms around you, they lift you up, and they speak to you, they connect with you, and they let you know that everything's going to be all right? That's the beauty of community. That's the power of community, knowing that you're not doing it alone. And if you're not happy dancing, running around the room or in a heap on the floor, You could be somewhere in between. You could be at a place where you're feeling the fear of something that you're about to do, and that fear of the thing you're about to do can render you like paralyzed and frozen so that you don't do it. Well, when you've got a community, you've got people to bounce ideas from, you know, you've got people to ask about, you've got other people's experiences to be able to draw on. But also, you've got the experience that you're going through that you can give back to that community as well. So it really is a collaborative thing. It really is a collaborative thing. So other ways that I see people not doing stuff in community is they don't plan. They think they plan. They've got their vision board and it's all up there. And that's a vision board, but it's not a plan. And there's a really great saying to put your goals in stone and your plans in sand. So that doesn't mean that you have to go down a one-track hill or up a one-track hill with no deviation at all. What this means is that you're completely 100% crystal clear on what you're going for, and you have a way to do that. Now, a word to the wise. So many of my clients, even my friends and people that I meet on a daily basis, are into things like the law of attraction. Now, I'm a massive fan of films like The Secret and The Law of Attraction. One piece that people often misinterpret, it's like a myth of that, is I can just put something out there and it will be so. You can do, but if what you're putting out there is that you want to, I don't know, be on the Oprah Winfrey show, for example, putting it out there and then sitting back in your chair is not going to achieve that. Finding out when the next Oprah Winfrey show is, finding out if you're outside of the US, you know, how you're going to get to America, for example, how you're going to get to the place that she does it. I know that Oprah doesn't do a show anymore before you all start typing and telling me, but knowing all of that stuff and looking at how you can make that happen. Because here's the thing, there's a really interesting word that we have got so used to using, and that's the word I can't. When you use the word I can't, you are almost giving yourself a silent affirmation that you cannot do this thing. Now think about something that you've recently said, I can't, and I don't need you to type it on here, but just think about what that thing is. And if you've got pen and paper in front of you and you're not driving or trying to watch this, please don't drive and try to watch this, then write it down. Now that thing that you've just said, I can't do, I can't afford, I can't create, I can't get, I can't do it because people like me don't, I can't because I'm not educated enough, I can't because people aren't interested in it, I can't because I don't know how to or where to start, I can't because I don't have the money. I mean, the list is endless. I've heard all of these. I'm sure I've said many of them myself in the past and also heard them with peers and clients. That thing that you just thought about and said, I can't do this, substitute the word can't for won't and feel and notice how different that feels. Notice the shift of what that actually means. So if you're saying, you know, if I'd gone back to 2013 and said, well, I want to go to America, but I can't, and substitute that for I won't, then ask yourself, well, why won't you? Now, this is where your reasons, and I'm air quoting, your reasons will start to come up. If you are creating reasons why you can't do something, write them all down. And here's what I'd really love you to do. Look at those reasons and turn them into reasons why you can. If you are saying, I can't go to America, I have young children at home, well, look at how you can do it. Do you take them with you? Will they distract you, or do you leave them with a friend or relative? Look at how you can. This is singly the most easiest way we stop ourselves. Now, it might be easy for me to be sharing this on here with you, and you think, well, woohoo, Jenny, you know, good for you. But the reason that I'm able to do it is because I too have a supportive community. Not only do I have the Visibility Vibers community, but I also have my own communities that I'm a part of. So when I need support, I'm surrounding myself with people who have the same interests as me, my best interests at heart and want the same things that I do, in a world which sometimes will tell you that you can't go for your dreams, you can't do things, the EU referendums just happened, there's a recession on. They'll give you 101 reasons of why you can't, but how about joining the community of people that tell you why you can? What about asking for support when you need it and not waiting until the you-know-what hits the fan, until it gets really bad? Why not try asking for help when you recognise, when you get that red flag of fear? Fear is a great indicator to tell you that there's something to watch out for. Not a reason not to do it, but just something to watch out for. Fear is a great way of letting you know and getting your attention. And when you feel that rising up in you, that's the time to go into your community and ask for support. The other great way of not doing it alone and surrounding yourself with a powerful community and the power of a community is to share the stuff that's happening, whether you perceive it as good, bad, or even ugly. Because in these sorts of communities, when everything is going great, these people will also celebrate with you and lift you up. When things are kind of wobbly, they'll give you ideas, suggestions, contacts and opportunities. And when things are just plain ugly, they'll also help you with how you can transform that, resources and ways to share their experiences so that you can have a different experience, ways to help you learn from that experience so you can ask yourself the question of, okay, this thing's happened, what did I learn from it, what could I do differently next time? So, the power of community. I just want to end by saying, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Sarah, for popping on. Don't do this alone. Don't try and do it without people around you that are cheerleading you or lifting you up. The best football teams in the world have coaches. The worst football teams in the world have coaches because they recognise a need for that, for that kind of, strategic thinking, looking at things differently, looking at it from another point of view. And for goodness sakes, don't think that you can grab onto anything that you hear and try and cobble it together, because if you're doing that, that's a sure sign that you're doing it by yourself. In terms of raising your visibility, raising your profile and really standing out and getting out there, then one of the best things that you can do for yourself is, rather than trying to scrabble it all together by yourself, is by looking at someone who's done the thing that you want to do, who has got your best interests at heart and will cheer you on. That could be a community of people, or it could be a team of people like the football coach. So 3 things to do is surround yourself with people that have got your best interests at heart, ask for support, share the good, the bad and the ugly, because there's learnings and joys and blessings in all of those. So if you want to find out a bit more about how you too can be visible, I get you to subscribe to this channel here, because what you'll find is that there's going to be some more tidbits coming out. If you want to be motivated on a Monday, I'll be able to point you in that direction. And you'll also start to see a few more posts about real life visibility, what it means for you and how you can get out there. So whether you're an employee, whether you've got your own business, whether you're aspiring to have your own business, or whether you're looking at doing things differently, you will have that support. Come and join the community. Go over to Facebook and search for Jenny Kovacs and search for the Queen of Being Seen, and you'll be able to see different ways that you can join in with people that share the same visions, same dreams and the same plans as you. But if you are stuck there thinking, how on earth do I put a plan together? I don't know where to start. Then click on the button on here and book a call to speak to me. Let's see how we can get this plan moving forward. I mean, we're halfway through the year already at the time of recording this. And are you doing the things that you've wanted to do in your life? Are you doing the things that you thought you'd be doing when you looked back in maybe December last year or January? We're halfway through, everybody. 6 months to go. So if you want to get cracking, crack on. And if not, that's okay too. Just ask yourself this question: well, what will I do instead? If I haven't achieved this plan, this dream, what will I do instead? And if you're telling yourself that you can't, remember that it's likely that you won't. What can you do instead to make that different? Thank you so much for joining me. Bye for now, and I'll see you on the next video or the next post.